Alright, you guys, what's going on? I'm here to do my Fairy Tale 345 review. Yeah, 345. I'm sorry I'm getting this out so late. I actually did my video, but I accidentally deleted the whole thing after I edited it and already did the review. I was thinking about not doing it, but I just decided to get over it, because if I didn't do this, I'd probably be lazy and skip the next one, the one after that. So I'm just going to do it right quick. It's going to be about 5 minutes because I don't feel like doing. The last video was 11 minutes and I don't feel like doing it again. So, yeah, let's just start the review. Last chapter we left off with Erza. She was turned into a loli. I just learned that word actually. She was turned into a little child, and she was trying to figure out what was happening. And in my last video, I listed down the number of possibilities that happened. I said one, either she was close to the eternal flame and the flame caused her to turn younger, or second, second, it was probably Minerva or the other guy from Succubus Eye. Those were my two possibilities, and I hit it right on the money. We found out later that it was from one of the members of Succubus Eye. We don't know his name yet. His name hasn't been revealed, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. So anyway, while Erza is just saying she needs to get back to herself, she's like checking to see if she's actually a child. She's checking her boobs, she's checking her areas, she's checking everything just to make sure that she's a kid. And she's at this funny part, she actually's guessing what everybody's reaction would be. With Wendy would be like, "Hey, Erza-san, you're just like a little sister to me." And then Gray and Natsu, they have their evil face on. They're like, "Oh yeah, Erza, we can kick your ass now." And we have, who was the last one? Jalal. With Jalal was said, "Oh, sorry, I'm not into that kind of stuff." And then we have Bolt in the background looking at little chibi Erza, and he's busting like, "Oh, well, hello." So we just get more proof that Bolt is a perv. I'm just saying. Him and Wendy. So anyway, with that, we get a little more information on the Treasure Hunters Guild. I believe the name was Sylphia. We find out that they are actually the strongest treasure hunters guild in Fiori. They had a Daihihu Enbu, which I believe meant treasure stealing. So they had their own little magic games, and it seems that they turned out to be the winners, which is a big coincidence because Fairy Tail just won the Daimotu Enbu, and they're currently ranked as the #1 Wizards Guild. So two of the strongest guilds clashing against each other is pretty epic. And so they're, while the guys from the Treasure Hunters Guild are while they're gloating, talking about how strong they are, Gray ends up stealing the moon drip that they had, and they start passing it around. Gray hands it to Natsu, Natsu hands it to Lucy, Lucy to Wendy, Wendy to Carla, and then Carla, she tosses it to Happy. And Happy, like a klutz, he misses it completely. Like, his hands was like this. It was almost like a field goal. And the moon drip just went straight through it. Just straight through both of his hands. And the moon drip bottle broke, and the moon drip was pretty much wasted on a little area. And which I said from the beginning would probably be a waste, because with such little moon drip, with such a little moon drip, you couldn't possibly melt the ice that was encasing the eternal flame. So with that, Natsu, he says that he hears a voice coming from the area where the ice was melted. And so we can only think of two possible outcomes, maybe. Well, I actually just thought of two. One could be that it's probably somebody familiar, but I'm just gonna cross that out because there's no way. My guess is that it's the flame, the eternal flame, because if we think about it, I mean, Natsu is a fire dragon slayer. And on top of that, Wendy couldn't even hear the voice that Natsu was talking about. Nobody could, not even Happy. And so, I'm thinking that this flame probably belongs to Atlas Flame, or possibly Igneal, because if we remember, Igneal is the king of the flame dragons. So it would make a lot of sense, and the most logical choice if this flame was a flame from Igneal. Because if we all remember, Natsu's goal is to meet Igneal one day. So, I mean, there's our logical choice right there. So Natsu, he runs off to try and figure out where this voice is coming from. And so he meets one of the guys, he meets one of the underlings from Succubus Eye. And he says in the enchantment, he says, go back to the memories of your past. And with that, Natsu turns young, just like Erza. And that's pretty much where the chapter ends off. There's something funny with what he said, go back to the memories of your past. Natsu said that the voice that he heard sounded familiar, but he doesn't remember. So maybe since he's younger, he'll remember where this voice is coming from. Because Natsu hasn't heard Igneal's voice in a long time, so it's possible that he doesn't even remember what Igneal sounds like right now. Natsu can't remember perfectly what he looks like, but it's been a while since he heard Igneal's voice. So I mean, it's possible. That's pretty much all I got for this chapter. Sorry for it being so short, but like I said, I cannot go through another 11-minute video, mostly because I already did that before, and if I do a shorter video, it'll be able to upload quicker. So yeah, once again guys, I'm sorry for getting this out so late. I accidentally deleted my original video, so I just had to hurry up and get this one in. Rate, comment, subscribe. That's pretty much all I got for this chapter. See you guys next week.